That's really cool. We're going to show you exactly how the tool works.
That's going to be the core of Rule Your Day. Rule your day!
Rule the day.
I'm so excited. Let's rule our day, my friend.
Let's do it.
So today we have...
absolutely love it. And yeah, look.
Rule your day and make it simple.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode number 2 for Rule Your Day. And number two. Brian, thank you again. This is
absolutely.
So what we're going to talk about today? What we're going to tackle today?
Yeah, so today what we're going to look at is kind of the vibe coding aspect of Rule Your Day, how it was built, squashing some bugs in it, and really to tie it all back together, we're going to use Rule Your Day to prioritize our tasks, figure out what are the things that we can do during today's episode, get them done, feel great about it, and rule our day.
Let's rule our day, my friend.
Let's do it. Okay.
So here are our pain points, right? So, or bugs, we want to call it maybe. Right?
Yeah. So, and one thing that I do want to point out to anyone watching this is notice that we are not going to use Rule Your Day for all of our brain dump and whatnot. Use your favorite tool, right? Be it Notion, Notepad, Asana, Trello, whatever the case is. That's going to be your project management tool. The idea here today is that we just want to make sure that we're grabbing the top things that we absolutely have to get done. That way we're 100% focused on those particular items. So a couple things that we had here: calendar sync, Rule Your Year event doesn't move after we edit it. We've got the build in public. That's kind of what we're doing now. And you guys will get to see. We're going to pull events from Rule Your Year into Rule Your Day, user authentication. There's several other things that we have here. What we probably want to do now is determine what are the most top priority items that we should probably look at. And the way that I would kind of look at this is if it has to integrate with other tools, third party, and just the way that my mind kind of works on this would be if we have to pull additional APIs, if we have to do additional OAuth, if there's a database that needs to be behind it, something like that probably makes sense to, roll into more of a premium feature.
That makes complete sense. So I agree. Let's do that as a premium.
So yeah, let's go through all of these. We'll kind of, through the magic of video editing, we're going to speed this part up.
Yeah.
But we'll go through here and we're going to prioritize and kind of get a game plan together here on what we want to do. So very first step in ruling your day, have a plan, have it written down, prioritize, and then we're going to pick our top 3. All right.
All right. Let's do it. Do you want to add anything to this?
No, I think this is good, at least for this particular episode. We can kind of, once we have this into a sheet, I'm going to go grab coffee while we're waiting on this real quick. But my thought is we throw this into a sheet, kind of show like how we were going to prioritize this. Just visually how, that way we can filter it. We can, throw it into some kind of spreadsheet where we can prioritize it. Then from there, what we can do is we can start saying, okay, so really today, what it looks like to me, we're going to want to look at is bugs, hitting some of those, and maybe doing the Pomodoro one. I think that having that, consistently stay as we go from Rule Your Day to Rule Your Year. That's probably one that we would want to look at. So what I was looking at on that one is if you actually do go to Rule Your Year. So here's what I'm seeing on this one. Let's do that. Zoom in. So if I have a test here, and let's say I move it to the 15th, Friday, end date, we'll say the 15th. See how it's not changing?
That's the same day. Oh,
let me see. Or the 19th.
So it's not changing the
through the
date.
21st.
Huh.
I click save, and it should be 19th through the 21st right here.
Yeah. Okay.
So that should be a pretty easy bug fix, I would think.
Yeah.
So those are just the two bugs that we have. So if we hit those two things first, and then maybe looked at any of the free database, like the free items on here, if we have time.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just organize this, put it on ChatGPT, and give it the table, and then we'll see which one we're gonna move.
Awesome. Cool. Sounds good. I'm gonna grab a coffee while you're doing that.
Sure. I'll
awesome.
do that. Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Sorry. Okay, so what I did, I went back and forth with ChatGPT, and it gave me something that suggested called the RICE prioritization table. So, and I'm trying to organize this a little bit. I know somebody who's really good in sheets, but I don't know if we should talk to him right now.
Nice.
I'm gonna share this with you.
Perfect. Awesome. Let's take a look here.
Alrighty.
All right.
All good?
Yep. Good to go.
So, you see that user authentication is basically the highest RICE score that we have right now.
Yep.
I need to build a backup for everything and then start working.
So, and that's where I think that the effort score on that is low, because the effort on that 1 to 10, the reach is going to be for every. So basically this is a compound, and it's divided by your effort. So in the event that we're saying, okay, user authentication, yeah, it's important. It would definitely be helpful to have for people. Confidence, how confident are we that it's going to be that? We're saying that we're 90% sure that that's kind of what this is going to look like over the course of, getting this thing done. And then the effort, if it's something is it going to be less effort than, less or more effort than the Pomodoro bug. So if it's a little higher, watch what happens here on the RICE. So if we go, let's say that this may be, I don't know, even a 6, right? Or a 7. And what we want to do is we're going to filter this by, so what we'll do is we'll set up conditional formatting here. There we go. So that's going to prioritize us top to bottom.
That looks nice.
So we're saying this times this, and then we're amplifying it by the confidence score that we know that this will affect everyone, and the impact will be significant. The next thing that we would need to look at, the confidence score, how confident are we that this is, number one, that it's going to reach everyone, number two, that it will impact everyone, and then the effort is how much time and effort is going to be involved in that. The other thing that I would also prioritize this with would be and it looks like you need to. You're sharing your screen, so
I'm so sorry.
You're good. I'm filtering, and you're like, "What's going on here?" I know, right? All right.
And we're gonna put our first priority task, which is gonna be fix your reset. And you said do you want to put anything else or no?
No, what we'll do is if you scroll over just a little bit, I added one more column. It's going to be RYD.
Yeah.
And let's just say either yes or a 1, right?
Now we have 2 of these, right here.
Perfect. So we now know what our tasks are that are priority for us to get done today. By doing this rice method on here, we are eliminating any of the unnecessary stuff that is important. We still want to get done, right?
Yeah.
But it's not the absolute most important thing to do. Now, if any of the viewers want to learn more about the rice method, I think definitely, like, share, subscribe, comment down below.
And
But
do,
rice, this is
do you
actually
guys
a
think we
really good.
should add it to add that as a widget, maybe?
Yeah, that
If
good
that's,
question for the audience. Would
yeah.
a rice widget make sense for everyone to have, right? So this allows us to then just determine what makes the most sense to focus on today. And when we go back to Rule Your Day, we can go ahead and we can start prioritizing this. We know what we need to work on. We know how we're going to get this thing done, and let's just dive right in.
Okay. Now,
All right.
since we're starting this is I didn't fire my local environment and everything. So,
Yep.
and every developer or every vibe coder have their own environment, different tools they use, hosted on Netlify, and it's connected to GitHub. So I could pull anything from my terminal, clone whatever we have on GitHub, and then fire a local app to run it locally, and then we could do the edits. And when we're happy with the edits, we push them back to GitHub, which is going to push automatically to Netlify or Netlify.
And that's actually a really important thing to note when you are vibe coding or when we are going through stuff like this. You want to make sure that you have that backup. What you're talking about is pretty standard practice from what I've seen with a lot of people, where it's you've got the branch in GitHub, you're going to fly it up there, and then if you need anything, you pull it down from GitHub. You have that versioning capability. In the event, because let's be honest, AI gets it wrong at least 20% of the time.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that we aren't overwriting something that's absolutely necessary, right? So that makes complete sense. Let's go ahead and rock and roll on this. So
Okay, so I put a subcat tasks just as a reminder, and this way we could use Rule Your Day to track it because it has a percentage as well for completed. Because a lot of tasks that you're gonna have subtasks for it. So what I did, start your local environment. I didn't write a lot of details. Fix the bug, push and commit, and then when we complete all of these, that means we finished our task. And here, if you need any notes, Brian is drinking coffee. Whatever.
Right. So you think it's coffee? No.
Yep. Yep. Save changes. If you could see it right here, guys, it's they give you like 0 out of 3 subtasks, a little number at the end that show you what you need to finish here. There's a tool that I use. It's called Warp. I don't know if you're familiar with it. Should be technical issues.
That's a goat sound right there. Is what that is. That's a ah.
Exactly. That's what it is. I gotta get you one on your end.
I know. I'll have to figure out that and pick one up. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, or we vibe code it.
Right? A vibe coded screaming goat.
Somehow. So this is Warp is WARP. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but it's just it's a terminal. It just make your terminal look nicer and terminal based, and I could run any tools I want or anything I want from here, which is the terminal. So I'm just gonna go.
How would this differ, from like, I know a lot of guys are using like VS Code. So just as a question for people that might be watching this, how would this differ from, say, like VS Code?
Yeah, it's basically if you need access to the files to manually see the code and edit the files, you'll be in VS Code or Windsurf or Cursor, right?
Yep.
It's your but if you need to work directly from the terminal, that's where I'm at right now. I used to be in some projects. I have to see the files and have to create new files. but you don't really need that, right? You'll work faster, I think. You're not going to see a lot of things happening under the hood when you're on terminal, but
Yep.
again, we go back to rule your day. Less traction, less stuff.
Yep.
Do I need? Do I really need to see the AI changing all these numbers and all these lines and edit and coding real quick and creating files? It's just sometimes people look at it and like, oh my God, this is too much. I don't want to, that's not my place. But yeah, that's what I use.
Yeah, and terminal's way faster. Any developer, anyone that I know that is using like code extensively, you're like, if you're a Windows user, you're going to use PowerShell, or oftentimes you'll use things like your command line, right? Um, it does look like Warp is available for both Windows and Mac. And so, if you're not wanting to see just a black or blue screen with white text on it, this is another option to just kind of make it a little more visually interesting, right? Which goes into the whole personalities thing that we have talked about as one of the upcoming features that that we're looking at. So
true. Yeah, and plus with Warp, like you could, there's tabs, so I could switch between easier manageable on my other projects or other terminals that I have open. Plus it's easier to start. Like right now, while you're talking, I was able to create the folder, and now I'm inside the folder that we want to work in. Right now, what I like to do now, I fire up. There's the terminal. There's Gemini, Cloud Code, and there's Codex.
Yep.
And then now I'm really into something called Droid, and it's the new kid in the block that actually outbeating using Cloud Code and Codex, using their code as under the hood, but they're outbeating them with performance. It's a company called Factory AI. They're pretty new. They raised billions of dollars or millions of dollars right now. So, but Droid is amazing. The reason it's still using under the hood whatever you want. You could switch between Codex or Cloud Code, but Cloud Code has, but it has better understanding of the entire project, and it doesn't hallucinate as much as Cloud Code does. Or
very important.
Yes, it's basically, it's really nice. Now, after if you guys never use Droid, Google it. It's basically a company called Factory AI. Then you'll be able to install it to your machine and be able to fire it and work on it. So right now, here's guys, I just voice code a lot. So I like to voice note a lot, and I speak with it not just in natural, regular language. It's just like it's a dialogue speak with AI. That's how I've been doing it. I don't use a lot of technical terms when I talk to it, so I might be, but it understands most of the things that I say, basically.
Cool.
All right, let's pull and clone this GitHub. I'm going to give you the link right now. My goal is to clone it to my local environment and launch it locally. Uh-oh.
Is it because we're using the mic?
All right, I'm just going to type it.
All right. When in doubt, keys.
Pull and clone this Git. My goal is to run this locally so I can do edits and commit changes. While this is doing, actually, I checked our server, and it's been like months. I didn't run it, and I didn't pull anything to it. So there might be sometimes. So when we push something, it might break because we didn't update any of the libraries in there. So just a heads up. As you can see, Droid, like it has sub agents. It's actually listing the directory. It's planning. Already put the plan, and it reads. It's just like sub agents basically. And every agent if you work with Claude and agents, you'll be able to see what it's similar to this. So I think they have like a crazy good sub agents that could execute tasks. So it says install to run it. We need to run. So you could go to the terminal and it tells you to run it, or I'm going to say run it locally. I didn't do something very important. And on our Rule Your Day, we didn't start our Pomodoro timer when we started with this task.
Oh,
I started it right now, but
okay. Awesome.
all right. So it says that perfectly, the developer server. So right now everything is pulled and it gave me the local host. We're going to open the link. I mean, if you're, you asked me earlier about VS Code and stuff. So if you're, you don't need that because you could run the pages directly on there too. So
Yeah.
Again, everybody likes to work in a different.
Depends on your environment, right?
Depends on their environment. Yeah, I'm trying to find the best way to do.
That's good.
So, what was the task? Remind me.
We go back to our
Pomodoro. I'm
Yep.
looking at it. Fix the Pomodoro reset bug, or let's do fix the RYY event edit bug. Okay.
Yep. Let's go with the Pomodoro first, just that way we can get that persistent as we go to the RYY and toggling back and forth between Rule Your Day and Rule Your Year. We'll be able to confirm whether or not that Pomodoro has indeed been fixed.
Okay. And it was so is it fixed basically when you're in Rule Your Day, or what was the issue again?
So the issue is that when we go to Rule Your Year and then back to Rule Your Day, the Pomodoro resets and doesn't maintain the continual countdown. So when you toggle back and forth between the two of them, you can let this one run for a second, go over to Rule Your Year, go back, and the Pomodoro will reset. So we want to create some kind of persistence with that Pomodoro to make sure that no matter where we're at, whether we go to Rule Your Day or Rule Your Year, that the Pomodoro continues to run. And just as a heads up, Robbie, I cannot see you. I'm looking at my face on here. There we go.
All right, I'll fix it. Here we go. I was just trying to see how it's gonna look. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say. I need to fix a bug. Basically, when I start a Pomodoro timer while I am on the main page, and then while the timer is working, I toggle to Rule Your Day section. And then when I click back to go to Rule Your Day, the timer reset. And so here's the thing. So if you notice right here, it says auto allow all commands. So basically it doesn't ask me for any permission. But since this is sometimes if you're working on something and 100% that the AI could implement and work on your direct. But for this one, no, because I'm not sure what's the problem. I just explained the problem and I want it to be fixed. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to toggle to spec, which is research and plan only. So right now, when we started this project, because it's a new project on a new terminal, I should have started with a prompt or initiate something like understand the project and just asking the AI to understand the project and write down, their overview of the project.
Yeah.
But right now, that's what is it doing? It's trying to understand the issue, but right now it's trying to read and finding the issues to fix. And then it will give us a plan, and the plan will basically we'll read it. We're like, oh, because this might be connected. What I think, because when we click on the Rule Your Day, it's going to take a different code, a different page. So it's going to reset the timer on here on the widget, because the widget is by itself another one. So let's see. It gave us a plan. Reset when navigating between the main page and the calendar page, which is the calendar, which is the Rule Your Day. Component mounting. The promo timer component is part of the main app, which is only rendered on the route.
The root route. Yep.
Root
So
route.
main page.
Mhm. Local state, the timer state, blah, 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 is stored in local React. Okay, now the solution. To lift the timer state out of the component and make it persistent across route changes, steps create. Okay, so it's going to create a TSX file, store all timer, blah, blah, blah. So it's going to store it locally first when it started. In the future, we're going to have it on a database, but for now, it's going to be in a local storage.
Yep.
So that plan looks good to me. So I'm going to go ahead, choose proceed, and allow all commands high. So basically, it's not going to ask me for any permission. It's just going to approve everything that I'm going to tell.
And again, this goes back to the idea that if you have it locally on your machine, or if you're going to proceed with no approvals, you want to make sure that you're creating a branch, or you're creating that backup in GitHub or whatever your repo is, because things can potentially go really screwy and sideways. You
Right.
want to make sure that you have that backup, so you're not just, oops, I overwrote the actual production site, or we actually overwrote something that was necessary. So just good practice is, always take periodic backups and saves, right?
You're right.
No different than your college term paper.
I
Back up and save. Always.
I agree, man. I agree in everything. I treat my GitHub as my backup, right?
Yep.
Everything. So right now, I don't care if it breaks anything in here. We're
Exactly.
locally. It's not on GitHub yet. We did not commit anything. And on GitHub, you could go back. Like sometimes I push something that I didn't know it breaks something else, but it's so easy for me to go back in my.
It's having those versions, right? And that's just the developer practice.
Yes, it have those versions, and you could fork it, and Nowadays, guys, it's the time to build. It's so easy to build. There's all the tools that you need to build. I've been vibe coding for over a year right now. I guess can't count, but it's things are changed. It's much easier. Map pack toolbox. It's all vibe coded by me. So, and that was 2 years ago, right? When first, now it's much easier than it used to be. I used to do a lot of copy pasting. Go to ChatGPT, write the code, put the code, change it, go to Colab, try to run it on Colab, test it on Colab, then take it to figure out how to deploy it, and then you get the error of deployment, and then it was sometimes I got a lot of nightmares and nights that I stayed up till like 5 a.m.
Well, yeah, and what would typically would have taken a developer weeks or even months to develop, you can whip up really quick right now if you're vibing.
The time, yeah.
Oh yeah, the time element to it. I know some of the software that you can just vibe code up real quick. It would have taken a developer using AI weeks, months. I mean, the time just is exponential in comparison.
I literally vibe coded a tool the other day in a couple hours over the weekend, and I'm like, and I connected my terminal to my phone, so I was able, while I'm spending time with my son, I'm playing with him.
You're like, hang on.
You're like, this looks good. Okay, keep going. Do this feature, and then play with him for 10 minutes. Come back. This
right.
Yeah, and the other day as well, I was driving somewhere. I needed a presentation, and I'm like, I opened ChatGPT, start talking to it about the presentation and what I want to do, and actually it was Claude. And I asked Claude at the end, okay, now create that page for me. And it created the page. By the time I got there, I had something planned. Like it looks like it took me hours to do it, but I did it while just discussing it with Claude. Here's the thing. It finished it, but it says something that it gave us some extra stuff and bonus features. And that's why I like Droid. The timer state is also persistent in the local storage. You refresh the page. So let's go test it. Right now, we're having the other one is local. So we'll run this. Let me zoom in. This is running. and go here, blah, 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 add something. Let's see it fix it. And then we'll go back. It's still running.
Very cool. Let's test some of the other features that it said that it had there.
What was the feature? I didn't get. It's basically when I refresh it, it's gonna reset it. That's what it said. No. Oh no! Right now,
No.
it does not. That's what it said. It said if you refresh before, it's gonna reset it. Now it does not.
Now you've got that constant Pomodoro. So if you're going and you accidentally, hit refresh, Control R, Option R, refresh it, anything like that, it's not going to break and reset.
Do you want to add, since we're already in here and the AI understand anything and the Pomodoro timer, do you want to add any feature? Basically, I know we did not discuss that, and that's when you come back.
So that's where we need to stay on tack. Rule our day.
That's what Brian.
We need to stay on track. Just make sure we can always add it to the list. But yeah, the thing is that Pomodoro's typically it's a 25-5, but I have seen it where you could work 40 minutes and take a 10, right? The idea behind Pomodoro is that you work very intense for a certain amount of time and then you take a breath. It's kind of like high intensity interval training, like HIIT training when you're dealing with like cardio. You're going to go or when you're at the gym, you're going to go super hard, just go as fast and as hard as you can for a certain amount of time, and then you take a break. And so I think that makes a lot of sense. Let's roll it back in. I mean, I think that, for the Rule Your Day part of it, one other thing though that I am seeing here is that when we reset it, there we go. So yeah, we fixed the Pomodoro bug, fixed it. Now what you need to do is push and commit this, and then we could move on to the next one, right?
Yep. So let me
fly it up.
That looks great. Please commit and push. Because sometimes I commit the changes, but it doesn't push them to GitHub, and that's why I try to use commit and push.
Yeah.
See, I'm not a developer by trade, but
that's the beauty of vibing, right? Is that
you
don't have to have a whole lot of development.
Yeah, a real developer watching us is like, of course you're gonna commit and push. What are you talking about? So right now it says, and you see like how I like this, to explain the execution and explain everything, what is it going to be doing. And there's this co-authored. This is by factor. Okay, so right now it's pushed. Let me switch to here and see. This is in August. Let me see the deployment. Hopefully I have it automatically. It's already starting up and building. So it's already on GitHub, and now it's already pushing it to Netify. And what I love about when I used to use GitHub and everything, even with the beginning era of AI, I hated to write like the notes or the commit notes on what I did in this push and everything. Now it's just perfectly done with the AI, like exactly what you did with steps. So
that's awesome.
It's something.
Yeah, cool. I'm finding a lot of like even SOPs or any of that, just being able to drop it in and have it, hey, take the transcript of this, make an SOP from it, right? Yeah. That is one of the best parts about AI right now, is what used to take a lot of time, we can compress into very, very simple structure.
Published. So it says published right here, so we're good. I could switch to this is the local, but let me go to Rule Your Day and test it, make sure it's running correctly. So, and then we go right here, we started it, blah, blah, blah. We added something, and then we click on back. It's still running.
There we go.
It's still running as well. Boom, boom, shakalaka. So
love it.
Now we finished and commit, push and commit. So we're done with this and save changes. Now that's something we need to add on the list, that when we finish all the sub, I shouldn't come back and click, I'm done with this. If I did all the subtasks, automatically this should be
It should be marked as complete. So in this case, what we're going to do is we'll just add that to our punch list into our rice spreadsheet.
Yeah.
And we'll just mark it that's something that needs to get done. Again, because we want to rule our day, we're going to focus on the tasks. If there's more stuff that comes up, great. That's the beauty of having, more work, is that there's always more to be done, right? It's
Correct.
constantly improving. And what we'll do is we'll add that to our punch list. We can come back to it. That's probably something that's going to take a little bit more time than what we want to focus on here, just to make sure that we've accomplished the tasks that we're doing. And so next task on here is fix the Rule Your Year event edit bug. So
Okay.
in this particular piece, if we were to go to Rule Your Year, and we edited any of the items on Rule Your Year, it's not going. And then if we edit it and save, it doesn't commit that edit. So for example, if we moved it from, say, the 1st, which is today, to the 5th, the event still stays on the 1st. Because it seems like that whatever we do to edit the event on Rule Your Year doesn't commit to whatever the change might be.
Yeah.
So let's just double check there.
Yeah. So, yep, it's not taking the changes. Okay. All right, let's do that. If I am at the Rule Your Year event and trying to, I wish I have I got to figure that out, how to get the, it's much faster to do the voice, man.
Oh, I'm sure. You can type, what is it? It's like 3 to 5 times, or if you're using voice, it's 3 to 5 times faster than typing.
Yeah, dude, look at my, the flow I use. I use like right now 170,000 words. I mean 105
awesome.
word per minute.
It's awesome.
So it's just like
way faster.
Especially vibe coding. Yeah. Event, I'm trying to change the date. After saving, the event does not move to the change date slot. Also, if the event is for multiple days,
the edits aren't reflected.
The edits are not reflected, and it doesn't highlight it for multiple days. It only sticks to the starting date. Now, date, not data. And now we're going to switch back. That's very important. There's a lot of, sometimes you still got to go back to the research and plan only. You want to make sure, because if you keep, I know this task could affect something else's. And right now we're going to have a school group with Andrew and Merlino and Dan that we're going to see how, you structure first the whole thing, and then you'll be able to start working on it and vibe coding it.
What you're doing is you're planning it at this point, just to make sure that you're getting what you're trying to accomplish fleshed out. Make sure that it is exactly what you're trying to accomplish before we just start randomly pushing stuff and potentially breaking.
And I think it's executed right away, and I give it permission to. So it's still reading and trying to, still examine the calendar in TSX and how it works and how it functions. Okay, now we have a plan.
Yeah, but I like that it identified that there are 2 separate issues. If you scroll back up, problem analysis is there's 2 separate issues in the Rule Your Year calendar component. Issue 1 is the year definition here. And then number 2, it's the editing doesn't update.
Correct. And then number 3, multi-day event only show on start.
Yes. Right.
You don't need to understand all of this, guys. Just understand the concept and how it works. And okay, so let's go ahead and let it cook. And that's going to be pretty quick, I think, because that's not a lot of changes. I'm so happy that we went back and worked on that first commit on Rule Your Day from, I don't know, let's see. When was the last time? In August 19? Oh, that's not bad. I remember in August you told me something wasn't working and I fixed it.
Yeah. Well, there were a couple others that, as I've been kind of clicking through here in the back end, there's a couple other things that we'll want to add in. For example, the toggle between day and night mode on Rule Your Year, it
Oh,
consistently says dark mode. So again, that's not something we're going to worry about. These are all things that as we're clicking through, as you know, as the AI is helping us vibe code all of this, we want to, there's going to be edits and there's going to be changes that we want to make. And so that just goes into our queue that, hey, here's another bug fix that we need to look at. And we'll address those as we need to. We'll put them through that RICE score, determine, hey, here's the bugs that we need to fix. Here's features that we want to add in. And it's a way to stay on top and be very productive when it comes to managing your day and ruling it, right? We want to rule our day.
absolutely. We got to rule the day. So we added a task to it and it's fixing it right now, right? So
Yep.
I'm going to add it to our main task that we're working on. So this way, because we're working on 3 things right now, not just 2. So,
Yep.
So after it did the testing, it looks like, you see, like that's what I like about these 2. Like after it did it by itself, it started a test on the event and found another issue and executed the solution and fixed it by itself. Right now, we should be cooked with this one. So let's go to the local environment link, go to Rule Your Day. Let's go to this one, edit, and let's change the date to the 13th. Voila. So it highlighted all of these, and you said it doesn't move it, right? So let's
Yep.
say this is on the 8th or the 9th.
Let's
So
move it to December or something.
and save. Boom. Shaka laka.
Nice.
Yep. So we're good to go, I guess.
Cool.
So we gotta push those. So I'm not gonna mark this now. I'm just gonna push them, push and commit, and then we'll be done for today, I guess. And then we'll do the celebration for Rule Your Day.
All right. It's the best part. All right. Double check it on the live environment after it's pushed.
Let's see if it's, I like to see it here first and make sure.
Yep.
We're good.
Awesome.
All righty. I think we're finished all of them, right? We pushed
Yep.
them.
So we finished out the Rule Your Year event bug edit. So we can go ahead and mark that as complete.
Okay.
Fix the Rule Your Year, multiple days highlight. We've got all those highlighted.
Are you ready?
I think so. Let's do it.
Are you ready? Are you ready? All right, here we go. Roll your day.
Ruled the day. Love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, we ruled the day. So here's another episode. Thank you again, Brian. This is a great one. What should we do next one?
So next one, I think that what we need to do is there's a couple bugs that we uncovered. The light dark component of Rule Your Year, and then we can start looking at some of the features, right?
Yeah.
Because we've squashed a couple bugs. I'm sure more bugs will come up. Love to hear from anyone down in the comments below, right?
Yes.
If you run into any bugs, if there's anything that you're seeing specific use case for that either isn't in the tool or that you're running into any issues with it, let's hear it down below in the comments. Let's go ahead and rule your day.
All righty. Rule your day, everyone, and make it simple.